FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I am coming to you today from a cloudy Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. Welcome, as ever, to my little space on the internet where I talk about everything that I have been making over the last couple of weeks. This is mainly knitting. Occasionally there is some sewing, occasionally there is some crochet, that kind of stuff. So today I have a finished object, I have some works in progress I should say. I have some acquisitions, and we have a giveaway winner. So if you were watching last time, there was a giveaway for my first year podiversary to win this skein of yarn. So stay tuned if you commented with the word bees last time, and maybe you'll get picked, but I'll announce that at the end, so you have to keep watching. So if you would like to find me elsewhere, I am down as at FrannyDoMakes on Instagram and on Ravelry. I have a Facebook page, which is basically a copy of the Instagram anyway, but that's at Franny, what is that? At FrannyDoPage. And there is also a website which is www.frannydo.co.uk. That will feature full links and show notes of everything that I talk about, including yarn dyers, project bag makers, any acquisitions that I've got, links to all those people, and also any links to any non-Ravelry patterns if I can. If not, I will make a note to say that if they are Ravelry only, so that you'll know if you do have accessibility problems. So, how are we all? I'm getting a little bit of a sniffle, I can't lie, but I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit tired. So yes, anyway, I should have said, let's get going. Cozy up, get a project, get a nice cup of something warm or cold or whatever you like, and we'll have a little chat. So, like I said, I've got a finished object which you can probably see, and we've got some works in progress that have got some good progress on, and quite a few acquisitions actually. Only one that's yarn though, so I've been quite good. I told you about that last time. So yeah, it's a bit of a miserable day. I've done my washing. I'm just sneaking this in before I get going on my cleaning. So today I have got a cup of, what's it called? It was a free sample. Mocha chai. It's one of the chocolatey ones, they're not my favourites. It's from Bird and Blend. Well anyway, shall we get started? So what's on the wall is my first finished object. My only finished object, I should say. This is my Marled Magic Shawl. I was going to move you, but I won't. I will get it down. It is the Marled Magic Shawl, and it is by Stephen West. I think this is officially the fastest shawl I've ever knit. Sorry, I accidentally swiped you off. So yes, this is the fastest shawl I think I've ever knit. It was the most fun shawl I've ever knit. I had the best time and I love it. I love it to bits. So this is my finished. I'm going to hold it up and then I'll talk about it. So there we go, that is my finished Marled Magic Shawl. It is knit with 4-ply, held double the whole way, and I just used a load of scraps and leftovers and things that I had in my stash. So all in all, I used 396 grams, so just short of 4 skeins if you're using full skeins. It was 1,584 metres approximately, based on what it weighs. So I chose to do the medium size. I didn't want to do the last 2 sections, mainly because it's plenty big enough for me. What can I say? I absolutely love it. It's got all my favourite colours in it. This seems to be my favourite kind of colour, this purple, this bluey green. So so the first section that you make is this one in the middle, so this mesh section. So it's got like yarn overs and things like that. So that's done with, I can't remember the different words he uses, but you hold one colour one colour all the way down, and then you stripe in other colours. So I did a bit of a gradient into the middle and then I back out again. But some people have done just stripes all the way. Yep, and then you go on to, which bit was next? This one. So this big seed stitch section, which is like a continuous fading marl. So you have two and then you drop one and you pick up another, and then you drop one and pick up another, and sort of change them all the way along. So as you can see, got a bit crazy, some neons in there. And then there was the brioche section, which, oh, I love the feel of brioche. It's just so lovely, so squidgy. So that was just two colours held together the whole way through, so just one marl. Then after that, oh, it was this section which I wasn't sure about, but now that it's all finished and blocked, I'm perfectly happy with. So that's just a garter stitch, again with one colour held throughout and then fading other ones into it. Then it's this triangular section with the yarn overs, which I use some slub yarn and a pink yarn held together, so the same two colours. And then the last section is this second big seed stitch section, which I tried my best to mirror this side. So I started with the purple and went into the orange and then ended up with these bluey greens again. Then I used that main colour from here for my border, and then I held that with some sparkle, so there's some sparkle in the border. And then I put three lovely big, let me get them all together, big tassels, using all the yarns, so there's all a bit of everything in there, which was so much fun. And oh, and you also use some of your ends to sort of braid. Can you see there? You make a braid to go all the way down and join the tassel. Oh, it's so lovely. It's so lovely and squishy. It blocked out amazingly. So it's really nice and big. And because it's held double, it's lovely and warm, but not too warm. It's easy to wear, just like a normal scarf. And I love these. I love it. I cannot highly recommend it highly enough. It was such a pleasure to knit. I had so much fun picking the colours and like remembering what I'd used them all for, and it's just lovely. I can already tell I'm going to wear it loads, use it loads. So yeah, if you've not made one before, oh, it just totally refreshed me because it was so easy to do and so quick, and because of the doubled up yarn, it just knits up so fast. I think I needed a bit of a break from everything else that I was doing, and this was just perfect. And, oh, it's just, I thought it would be a bit wacky, but I'm really happy with it. I would knit another one tomorrow, I really would. I think it's wonderful. Helen from Giddy Yarns is also making one at the moment, and it's, oh, it's so pretty. It's all blues and purples and like sort of subtle. It's gonna be the same but so different, and that's what's so fun about all this, isn't it? That you can have the same pattern and it can look absolutely completely different. Oh, exciting. So yeah, have a look at Helen's podcast because she's got a lovely one started as well, which I think I enabled her a little bit. to get that started. So there we go. But anyway, perfect. I love it. I'm really pleased with it. So I'm going to keep it on now. Oh, it's lovely. So I should say, I used a 5mm needle. It took me just over 2 weeks. It would have taken me less than that, but I sort of held off doing the pick up for the border because I wanted to get it all done at once. I needed a bit more free time. And what I've got left is just a few little bits, so it's really good at getting rid of all those odds and ends. I got left with a few little bits, like 5g leftovers that I'm going to use to put in my patchwork blanket, so they're not going to get wasted at all. So yes, that's the Marled Magic Shawl by Stephen West. I think he also has a Marled Magic jumper or cardigan or something. I mean, how lovely would that be? Oh, sorry, I'm sniffing. Right, so that's my finished object. So I have now got 3 works in progress that I've been actually working on. I did put a couple of rows into my 24 days socks, but there's nothing to look at really. So I'll start with my blanket. So this is my mitered square blanket that I'm using all my 5g, 10g and 5g leftovers and mini skeins, etc. I am using the knitted patchwork recipe pattern by Martine Ellis, but I am doing some different things on it. So mine are 25 by 25 stitches, and I'm doing the increases on the right side, and at the start of every row I knit the first stitch through the back loop, and at the end of every row I slip the last stitch with yarn in front, and that gives you a really nice neat edge for your pick up, because you have to pick up every square to knit off it. So I am trying to do a square a day, but I did have a little weekend break, which I'll put a little bit of vlog footage in at the end, where myself and my dad and my sister went to Aysgarth, which is about an hour and a half away from us. Lovely like waterfalls, and we were in a nice lodge and we had a hot tub and stuff, so it was really nice. But I didn't take all I just took one project with me, which was not this, so I had a few days off of this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares done instead of the full 14, but there's no rules, is there? So I have got this red, which is from my Ducky Darlings Advent. I've got this bluey green, I don't know what that's from. Some pink again, I'm not sure where that's from. Nope. This was my Ducky Darlings. This was just a mini, I think. This one is Castleview Yarns. This one's Lockwood Fibres. This one's Castleview Yarns. This one's Kate Celine. This one's Truly Hooked. And this one is Castleview Yarns. So there we go, it's coming up nicely. It's getting quite big now. I think I might try and knit along till there's like 14 in a row, and then I can start going up, and then I'll be able to show like a full row if I've done a full 2 weeks worth. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, just having that little bit to do. It takes me maybe an hour to do one. If I'm on, you know, if I'm at it and I'm not dawdling. But I'm knitting in all my ends as I go, so there's the back. Nice and neat. See how easy the pickup is with those slipped stitches. It makes a real difference and makes it lovely and neat. So there we go. So that's my patchwork blanket. It's getting quite big now. It's moved down from the top of the trolley. So it doesn't fit anymore. So that's that. So I'm using a 2.5mm needle for those. Don't need to tell you anything else. And yeah, it's just 4-ply minis and scraps. So my next work in progress is my Advent project from last year, which is the Festive Cheer Cowl by Yarnia Designs, and I'm using my Advent calendar, which is from Ducky Darlings, and it was a Wizard of Oz theme. So I put a stitch marker in from when I last showed you it. I did do a couple of rows on this, but not that much, but I have got all of this done. So this was Flying Monkeys, I think this was Ruby Slippers, this one was Munchkin Mayhem, Bluebirds, Raining Rainbows, this was The Wizard, I've no idea what that one is, and I've lost the piece of paper, I can't remember the name of that one. But I've got a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm about to start the mosaic on this top one. So I've got 6 colours done. So now I only have, I think, let's have a look in the bag. So that's in my Emma Ball bag, which was from the wee window on Etsy. I have got, just done that one, just 2 colours left to go. Just these 2. And then I will put the first colour back on, knit the other half of this, and then I'll graft it together, and then I can block it. So the full length of it, so here we go. I love these 2, the Yellow Brick Road, the Emerald City. Funny seeing how some of them like that's got a bit of a stripe in it, that one. I've not noticed before. There we go. So it's going to be a good size, you know, to like wrap twice. I'm really pleased with it. Some of the colours I wouldn't necessarily have chosen myself. There's quite a lot of earthy toned ones, but as a full set I think it looks really fun, you know, that they're all so different and there's solids interspersed with like speckles and variegated. I love that one. Yeah, so I'm almost done with that, so I think by next episode I should have got that one finished, so that'll be nice. There we go. So fun. Right, next one is my Felix sweater. So I've got quite a bit done on this. So the last time I showed you, I was here, just separated with the sleeves, and now I have knit the full body. So I've given it a wash and a blot before I started the sleeves because I wanted to see that it was going to be the right size. So I'll just try it on for you, so just give me a minute. Right, so, excuse the hair. I have another jumper, which is a pink store-bought jumper, which is my favourite shape jumper, and it's the one that I like the most. And I thought, if I can block it to the same size as that, then I'll be happy. And when I'd bound it off, it looked a little bit like it was going to be a little bit short, but it's actually come out really nice. Now these are quite low slung jeans, so I wouldn't but it's just nice, just on my sort of hip bone there, a little bit higher, but it's got a nice amount of ease, and the yarns come out really nice. And there's my eyelets there, and it's like lightweight but warm at the same time. I did have one mistake, which I'd only just realised when I'd got it off the blocking mat, and I must have dropped a stitch on the back, but I've managed to like pick it back up, and I've just secured it with a strand of yarn, so you can't really tell, and it's on the back anyway, so I'm not bothered. But yeah, so this is using some Wendy, what's it called? The card in here, yeah. It's using, so it's the Felix sweater by Amy Christoffers, Savoury Knitting she's called. This is the Wendy with wool tweed Aran. It's acrylic with wool, it's not itchy, it's lovely, and it's this blue colour, which is number 5703. I'm using the main needle that it says, because I got gauge, although when I've measured it now after the blocking, it's a little bit bigger than the gauge in the pattern, but I'm happy with the fabric and I'm happy with the fit, so I'm fine with that. And I probably did block it a little bit more aggressively. So I used the 6mm needles for the main, 5mm for the rib, and for the cast on I used a 4mm to do a tubular cast on. I've done a tubular bind off also. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it basically. It's a lovely pattern. So yes, I've just got to pick up the sleeves and get them knit, which I can't decide. I'll see how much yarn I've got, which I think I've got loads left. I mean, look at all that. Crazy. So I think I should have enough to make full length sleeves. That's living in my beautiful bag by Jackie of Soft Accents. She's out on the yarn shows at the moment, so grab a bag if you can, because they're absolutely beautiful. My favourite bag. So there you go, that's that. So yes, I'm loving it. So hopefully I should also get this finished. It shouldn't take too much longer. I'm knitting the second size, and I'm probably about 34-inch bust, and there's loads of space in it. So yeah, I'm really pleased. Right, I'm just going to take it off again now. Oh, right, so that's all my works in progress. Ooh, goes backwards. And my finished object. Oh dear. Right, so that's that. Okay, so moving on to acquisitions. Sorry, get readjusted. Right, so acquisitions. I have bought, I did mention last time that I bought some Surrey alpaca to go with some of the yarn that I got from Skein and the Stitch from Yarndale, so that I can put them together and make a love note. So this is the yarn that I've purchased. So this is 2 skeins of the sapphire colourway of the Surrey silk lace, which is 75% baby Surrey alpaca and 25% silk. It's 50 grams and there's 420 metres. It's a good yardage. 420 metres per skein, and that's to go with this yarn, also from Skein and the Stitch. For a love note. So that's acquisition number 1, my first yarn of the year. My second purchase is this lovely thing. So this is a bag for my yarn swift. So I have a Knit Pro wooden swift, like this, and it came in a really massive cardboard box, and basically it was just getting in my way because it's quite a hefty piece of equipment, that. So I'd seen on Etsy these bags by Debbie, who is the Crimson Rabbit. You see that? Focus. Crimson Rabbit, who makes them to order basically. So it's beautiful Liberty print fabric there, a nice canvas, and it's got really nice ticking fabric on the inside. It's got a little loop to hang it from and a lovely drawstring with a toggle on there. I just sent Debbie my measurements of the swift from the box, and there it is. She had different colours. She had a green, a blue and the orange. And I really love it. I'm really pleased with it. It's nice and sturdy. It just gets it out of the way. I can hang it up there is where I keep it. So basically it just keeps everything a little bit more tidy. So that's that. So that's from the Crimson Rabbit. My next purchase, I didn't mean to purchase this, but I saw that it was on, so I had to do it. So Paula at Stitch by Mrs D had a little shop update of some project bags. And so I bought this little sock bag. It's all hand quilted, patchworked. It's got these lovely, so I got one of her bags at Christmas with the Christmas fabric, and this is sort of the same fabric maker, but it's like their spring version. So it's got lovely florals, these buttons, handmade, like vintage bits, like these plates. How cute are they? More florals, and then this is like animals and food. Lovely. It's got a lovely spotty lining, nice drawstring and a little gingham bottom. So there you go. It's just a nice little sock bag. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's nice and sturdy as well with the quilting. And you also get a lovely little postcard from Paula as well when you purchase her bags. It's really nice with a handwritten note. So there you go. Right, so my final purchase is some new needles. So these are the Liquor Copper Cypra, it's C-Y-P-R-A needles. So they come in this lovely vegan suede package, and they're all made out of copper. So you get from a 2.75 I think up to a, I can't see the number, it's one of the big ones anyway. And they have the swivel cords, so this bit can swivel round. I don't need any new needles, but I really fancied getting these for ages. So they look really nice. I've not used them yet. So they come with stoppers, they come with wires, cords, and they come with some connectors and things. So I'm going to see if, because my other needles I had were Knit Pro Trends, I think they're that, not the Zings. They were acrylic needles, different coloured, like see-through acrylic, but it looks like the cords will be the same. So I've got quite a lot of cords for that, you know, in smaller sizes. So I might see if they fit these, and then take them out and then the other needles I might donate to a friend. So yeah, I think they look lovely. I'm really pleased I've got them. Oh, hang on, I've not noticed this feature. I don't know what this does. Oh, I don't know why you can do that, but you can unvelcro that anyway. But they came in a plastic bag, and each individual pair of needles were in a little plastic sleeve. And everything was in its own little plastic bag. I mean, why doesn't it just come like this with them all in? That's what all the pictures are, like this. I was really annoyed actually. There's no need for that amount of plastic. Especially when they're making a big deal about it being a vegan case. But you'll kill the earth with all your plastic. Anyway. So be wary of that if you're buying these. So I got mine from Wool Warehouse. That was the cheapest place that I could get them. I think they were about £114 for the full set. The only thing is they don't have a 3mm and you can't purchase a separate 3mm. That's a bit annoying. Which was the same with the Chow Goose actually. I had to buy a separate 3mm needle for the set for them. Because they don't have it in there. I don't know why. If anyone knows why, let me know. So there you go. So that's the Liquor Sepra copper needles. I didn't buy the polishing cloth because you had to pay extra for that. I'm sure I've got a cloth that can polish them at home. So there you go. That's all my FOs, whips, acquisitions. So we'll go on to the giveaway winner. So as part of me having my podversary, so a full year of doing the channel, I picked out a skein of yarn, which is this beautiful Truly Hooked Krypton sock, which is a high twist yarn in this beautiful Beekeeper colourway. So I asked you to comment on the last video with a comment about bees, and the winner is Amanda Fox. So Amanda, if you're watching this, please send me a message either on Ravelry at FrannyDoMakes, on Instagram at FrannyDoMakes, or I will put, I have an email address, I'll put that down below as well, so if you want to email me, you can do that. Just let me know where you are, and this will be winging its way to you fairly soon. There you go. So, what's coming up? Oh, also, I'd like to say thank you, everybody, for leaving such kind comments about my dad after his diagnosis of MND. He's doing okay. He's been to see the consultant this week, and he's had lots of visits from nutritionists and physio. He's got the voice banking today. Yeah, so he's got lots more appointments and help and advice and things like that. So, as crappy as the news is, at least something's happening. So yeah. I wanted to say something else. Oh, coming up next weekend, or this weekend, Saturday the 4th, is Yorkshire Yarn Fest. It's over the weekend. I am going with my friend Becky. I'll be there on the Saturday from about 11, I think. So if you're going and you see me there, please say hello. Please tell me if you watch. I'm going to try and be good and not purchase too much, because I've also got Spring into Wool, and I have purchased a ticket for the East Anglia Yarn Festival. I'm still debating whether to go or not, because it's quite a way, but I've bought a ticket just in case I fancy it. But it's a good 3-hour journey for me, and I don't want to have to pay to stay over, really. So yeah, so like I said, I'll be there on the Saturday with my friend Becky, and please say hello if you're there. It'd be lovely to see you. Okay, so that's everything from me. I'm dancing about because I need a wee. That's everything from me now. So hopefully by next episode I should have a finished Felix sweater and a finished Festive Cheer Cowl, I will aim to get those two finished because they're the closest to being finished, and maybe I'll get some work done on my lapoof as well. Possibly might be a new cast on of something, I'm not sure. But I am planning on joining the Giddy Knits. I'm in the Giddy Knits, what's it called? Discord group, and we're planning on doing a garment knit along. Just an informal one, there's no prizes or anything. Of a garment, so I've got to decide which garment I want to knit. But I'll probably have time to, yeah, there'll be an episode before then. Right then, so thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Please leave me a comment below. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see some more. I do update every 2 weeks with a video and update you with what I have made progress on. So if that's your kind of jam, then please follow along. So yeah, leave me a comment, tell me what you're working on, tell me if you've had any purchases, tell me if you're going to any yarn shows or if you've been to any. Unravel looked amazing, but that's way too far for me. So yeah, have a lovely 2 weeks, happy knitting, happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.